What's up, guys? Welcome back to... Whoa. What was that?
I think that was a cat.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. Thanks for pressing play. Today we are going to be doing two mods to the C6 Corvette Z06, and both of them are something that you guys can all benefit from. So let's jump right into it. All right, guys, so like I said there in the beginning, we have two mods for the car today. One goes on the outside, one's going on the inside of the car. For the one that's going on the outside here, this is the stock C6 Z06 Valence. This is not a splitter. It does not add any kind of downforce. All this is a finishing part for the front bumper. It's a textured plastic. It doesn't look that great. And the one we're going to put on here is going to look a lot more like the C6 ZR1, with the fact that it's also adding performance and some serious eye appeals. Now, obviously, this one is already taken off my car. I didn't show you guys that because it is only 13 screws. It's not anything super difficult. I will show you putting on the new one, so you can just kind of do that in reverse to take off yours if you needed some help with it. But at the end of the day, like I said, very easy to remove this. Pretty easy to install a new one as well. Let's get under the car and get it done. And as usual, guys, like I said, this is coming to us from acscomposite.com. They send some of the best packaged things I've ever seen in my life. Their boxes have little handles at the top. Makes it super easy to carry them down from your front door after the mail lady delivers them. It's good stuff, guys. Let's open it up and take a look at what we're going to be installing. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, yeah. Perfect, carbon flash painted. Look at that speckle in the sun. That's gonna look real good on the new Z06. Well, new to me. Every time I say the new Z06, I know people out there are thinking, that's not a C8. But this thing might as well be brand new, guys. It is fantastic. So as you guys can see here, this is kind of what I was talking about. Obviously, the ACS one is a lot thicker. It's going to provide more of that downforce, where the stock one is more of just a finishing product. You can see the same air ducts for the braking system exist. A slightly different look because there's no grates to them, and there's a lot more surface area to pull that air in. But it's going to install the same way we removed the old one. Like I said, those 13 screws, and then we are ready to go. But guys, the real star of the show is probably the race ramps. These things are so awesome to have in your arsenal whenever it comes to doing your own car stuff. Oil changes, front splitter changes, they really, really help out with that kind of stuff if you don't have a lift especially. All right, guys, so we are underneath the car now. There are 13 7mm screws that are gonna hold the new splitter in. You can see the speed nut or whatever it is here that will actually hold the screws to the front bumper. Now, obviously, we'll put the splitter here, put the screw in between, and that's pretty much it. So we have reinstalled about 9 of the original 13 screws, and afterwards, ACS Composite says on their instructions that there are a couple split rivets we got to put on. So here on the instructions, you can see 13, 12, 11, and 10. Those areas right there need to be drilled and some split rivets installed. It's basically on the opposite sides of the brake duct area, just to give it that little extra reinforcement. You can kind of see it's not sitting real tight to the bumper right there, which is why I thought to check the instructions, you know, typical guy fashion. So we're gonna get under there, drill some holes, get these things installed, and then we're done.
You went all the way through.
What?
You went all the way through. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, it better freaking not have. You had me, I was like, what? So with the split rivets installed and the 9 or 10 stock screws, we are done with the ZR1 style ACS composite splitter on this C6 Corvette Z06. As you can see, it looks massively better. And here we are on the interior of the Z06. This is what we're going to be installing today. So the ProClip phone mount. Now, if you guys are familiar with the C6 in general, it doesn't have to be the Z06, the ZR1, the Grand Sport, even the base C6, there's really nowhere to put your phone other than the cup holder here, and that's iffy, especially depending on the size of your phone. As usual, I am a big fan of ProClip. I have them in pretty much all of my cars. This one is going to install right around here, and it's going to also include a magnetic mount where I can take my iPhone 12, 13, or 14 and just stick it right on there. Now, they do make mounts for other phones as well, so if you have something that isn't magnetic, you can have your typical slide down in plastic type phone holder. But at the end of the day, this installs without any kind of tape, screws, or any permanent altering to your interior. So we're going to be doing the installation here of the ProClip on the C6. You can see the part number here. This is for a 2008 to a 2013 because the 2006 and 2005 and 2007 were slightly different. Now, ProClip does have an option for you, but just be aware of the fact that this is only for the 08s to the 13s. So the ProClip comes with obviously some installation instructions. It's not anything crazy difficult, but they are here if you need them. Now, it does also come with a plastic tool that is called the gap opener. What that's going to do is exactly what it suggests. It's going to open some gaps. Even though because of the C6 interior, it's already kind of opened, you're going to want to open that up and actually slide the ProClip itself into place, which will actually clip behind there. And then on the other side, it will clip right here in between the HVAC controls and the fake carbon fiber looking stuff. Got to open this gap like that. Look at that. That gap opener is opening up the gaps. Oh, there it is. Man, that is, I love freaking ProClips. They are so awesome. They are easy to install. I literally just pop that right into place, and it's held in there pretty snug. The next step would be for you to install or screw onto this plate whatever phone holder specific phone thing you have. In my case, it's going to be a magnet for my iPhone. We'll screw right on here, but if you had a phone that didn't have a magnet and you had a regular, phone holder, we'll screw right on there as well, and then you'll just slide your phone right down in there. Now, this can slide up and down to some degree, so if you wanted this a little bit lower or a little bit higher, you could do that. There's a little bit of a room of adjustability. I like it right here myself, especially if you have a bigger phone like the iPhone 12, 13, or 14 Pro Max. It's pretty large, so you'd want this up a little bit higher. The next step is to open up the next part of the install, which anytime you buy a ProClip, you're always going to get two pieces, the base plate and then the phone specific mount. In my case, this is a magnetic mount, so it's not specific to my phone, but just any phone that has a magnetic holder like that. It comes with the included screws. They're real little Phillips head screws that will screw right into the mounting plate, right through the holes here. Once this is on there, you can tighten up. If you got the same one I did, you'll just tighten up the collar back here, stick your phone to it, and you are ready to go. So you can actually separate the base plate from the phone specific mount, and this is what you're left with. So obviously we have 4 holes here. We're going to mount right here. The 4 holes will line up on the base plate. I think I'm actually going to mount it on the top part here though, just to keep the phone elevated a little bit higher up from the cup holder section here. You take your 4 little screws and you put them in the holes here and you start screwing them in. We got our phone mount plate mounted to the base plate. Now we can take in my case, the magnetic part and just pop it on here and then tighten it up, and we're pretty much good to go. So like that, and then just adjust the back portion. We can go ahead with the iPhone 14 Pro that I have here, and that's it. It is now in place, and as you can see, everything is on here pretty well. You can just grab the phone and pull it off. It is just a magnet, but it does hold very well. So we now have a phone solution for our C6 as well as a new front splitter. Now, the really cool thing about this particular mount is, like I said, it will work natively with an iPhone 12, 13, or 14, but if you don't have an iPhone and you still wanted to use the magnetic mount, you can, because it comes with these tiny little steel plates that you can actually stick on the back of your phone, and then that will act as the magnetic portion for this. And as you can see, it is pretty strong, so it will hold your phone. It comes with 2 separate sizes here, so depending on the size of your phone, you can use a bigger one or a smaller one, and this will allow you to use the magnetic portion of this mount even if you don't have a phone like an iPhone 12, 13, or 14. So pretty cool. If you like that idea, it does come with this stuff, so you can get this all right from ProClip's website. All right, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. If you liked what you saw, please smash that thumbs up button. Let me know you're liking the content so we can keep doing the C6 stuff for you. Like I said, we did install that front splitter, the very, very nice ZR1 style ACS composite splitter. Fits like a glove. ACS always knocks it out of the park with their quality. It looks like something that was supposed to be on the car. Now, on the inside, we went with the ProClip to allow us to have somewhere to put the phone, because the C6 Corvette really limits your space. The one place most people want to put it is in that cup holder, but that's not really necessarily the best place for your phone, especially if you're driving spiritedly, it will fall out. Some people will put it in that center console, But if you have a C6, you know that center console heats up pretty bad and it's gonna overheat your phone and probably shut it off. So where we put it is perfect. It is perfect for visibility. It's perfect to just reach over and grab it and get out of the car with it. It's really, really an awesome setup from ProClip. Like I said, I have those in almost every one of my cars, and every time I install it, I'm always wowed by the fact that it is so perfectly held in place while also not altering the car's interior. But like I said, guys, that is going to end this video. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We're going to have loads of content coming for this car you are not going to want to miss. And as always, guys, I will catch you in the next upload.